Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Wednesday, September 10. In Squiz Kids Today, super corals in global reef rescue, Gippsland's Gumboot gift, new record for Barefoot Lego Dash, and Emil the celebrity moose. That's what's making news, kids style.
The Lowdown.
So, here's some good news for coral reefs everywhere that are being battered by global warming. In the same week that Australia's Great Barrier Reef is being assessed by UNESCO, the world authority that has our reef listed as one of the natural wonders of the world, comes news out of our Pacific island neighbour Palau of a special type of coral that seems to have adapted to warmer waters. One of the side effects of global warming is obviously sea temperatures rising, and in Australia that has led to what's known as coral bleaching, where the beautiful corals that make up the reefs around our coastline are under stress and turn a ghostly white. But scientists have reported this week that new heat-resistant strains of coral are flourishing in Palau, a tiny country in the Pacific Ocean north of Papua New Guinea. And the plan now is to study why they are doing so well in the warmer waters and potentially transplant some of these corals to places like our very own Great Barrier Reef. Because scientists are clever like that. And on the subject of the Pacific Islands, there's a big meeting taking place in our Pacific neighbour, the Solomon Islands. A meeting of all the presidents and prime ministers of the Pacific Island countries, including Australia's own PM Anthony Albanese, where climate change will be on top of the agenda.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Austria, where a wandering moose called Emil has become a hoofed superstar. Moose are the largest members of the deer family, usually found in the forests of northern Europe and also obviously in Canada. Emil was probably born in Poland, but like lots of teenage male moose, he set off exploring. He's plodded south through the Czech Republic and Slovakia before trotting on into Austria, a trek of hundreds of kilometres. Now, people along the way have been cheering him on, and he even has his very own Facebook group with thousands of followers. But wildlife experts keep reminding everyone that Emil is no cuddly mascot. He's a wild animal, so it's best to admire him from afar. Conservationists are quietly hoping he'll settle in a nearby national park. It hasn't all been smooth sailing for Emil, though. On Saturday evening, he wandered onto the train tracks at Austria's main railway station, shutting down the Vienna-Salzburg line for hours. And since then, this moose on the loose has vanished again, and he's got everyone guessing where he'll move to next. See what I did there? Yeah, alright, fair enough. That was definitely one of my worst dad jokes ever.
Sport time!
With footy finals underway and the netball season upon us and cricket being played by our national teams, there's plenty of sport around to talk about. But it's a sport of a most unusual kind that we're throwing a spotlight on today, following the running of the annual Gumboot gift. It's a running race, similar to the stall gift in Victoria, a dash across 120 metres of prime dairy farming land in the Gippsland district to see who can run the fastest in gumboots. Now, if you've ever tried to run in knee-high gumboots, you will know how hard that is. And because so many of the people attending last week's South Gippsland Dairy Expo are farmers, they all have their own gumboots and have developed their own unique styles of running in them. The winner of this year's women's event, Sarah Lewis, said rain and mud made this year's race all the more challenging. Rain, mud, gumboots, and a running race? Peppa Pig eat your heart out.
Believe it or not.
From the Gumboot gift to the Barefoot Lego Dash, today's podcast really does have it all. So, what's the Barefoot Lego Dash, I hear you ask? It's something that if you're not familiar with, your parents most definitely will be. And it's off to New Zealand we go for this story, where a Kiwi mum has gone viral after video of her running 100 metres barefoot across a mountain of Lego pieces in pursuit of a Guinness World Record. As any parent who's woken in the middle of the night to make a dash for the loo only to have their path interrupted by a few random spiky bits of Lego lying on the living room floor will attest, that is an obstacle course that is common in households around the world. And New Zealand mum, Gabrielle Wall, has broken the Guinness record for the 100-metre barefoot Lego dash, doing it in just over 24 seconds. Yes, but how many pieces of Lego did she have to pull out from between her toes afterwards? That's the question I have. Ouch. Just so much ouch. With so much chat in today's podcast about climate change and global warming, it seems like the perfect opportunity to point you to a brand new Squiz Kids series that will be dropping in Term 4. It's called Planet Warriors, and you're about to meet a bunch of super connected superheroes who are changing the world one electron at a time. Blaze, Gust, Scraps and Flow are just 4 of the superheroes you're about to meet in this excellent new series, busily changing the way that our TVs, iPads, homes and classrooms are powered. And teachers, because we know you love a classroom resource, Christy has been busily developing an excellent set of activity sheets to go with each podcast. Kicking off on Tuesdays in Term 4, get ready to join the Planet Warriors Planet Saving Crusade.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. On which islands is the Pacific Leaders Forum taking place? This is a bit of a trick question because I've mentioned lots of islands in today's podcast. Well done if you had your listening ears on and you said the Solomon Islands. Question number 2. What's the name of the moose charging around Austria and the Czech Republic? Did you say Emil? You would be correct. Question number 3. A New Zealand mum has sprinted barefoot across 100 metres of Lego in how many seconds? Was it A, 8 seconds, B, 24 seconds, or C, 10 minutes and 48 seconds because she kept stopping to pull out all the bits that were embedded in her feet? Well, look, if it was me, it would be C, but the answer was in fact B, 24 seconds.
Shout outs.
It's Wednesday, September 10. Today is the birthday of Aussie footballing star Sam Kerr. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Holly from Indrapilli, Everly from Exeter, Ruby from the Gold Coast, Luke from Calangur, Harrison from Grasmere, Daniel from Goolwa and Remy from Brisbane. And a belated birthday shout out today goes to Skylar from Blaney. And classroom shout-outs today go to all the students at Brungle Public School, Class 5-6A with Mr. Metzger, and Class 5-6C with Mrs. Perry at Devonport Primary School, Class 4B with Mrs. Farrell at St Christopher's Primary in Holsworthy, and Class 5D with Mrs. Flaherty at Cannon Vale State School. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout-out, or if you're after a classroom shout-out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. Christy will be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.